We have new reporting tonight on the death toll in Iran after those massive protests. Activists estimate roughly 4,000 people have died since the regime started cracking down. And caught up in those protests, a professional basketball player from Detroit who was in the midst of playing for a team based in Iran. She thankfully is back home tonight after a harrowing ordeal leaving Iran. We are so grateful to be joined by Taylor Jones tonight. Thank you so much for your time. I understand that you were able to call home, actually connecting to the Iraqi cell phone tower as you were close to the border. Talk about how you were able to get out of the country.
Yes, that is correct. Correct, actually. So it was, I want to say, close to 2 weeks ago on a Thursday. I was leaving from a coffee shop with the team manager and one of my American teammates, and she had mentioned prior to us leaving that we needed to leave before a certain time because there were protests taking place in our city. And so as we were driving and leaving the coffee shop, I noticed a lot of military. They were aiming at people. There were people running and screaming everywhere. And as I got to the hotel, I was trying to call my mother and tell her what I just witnessed. And my phone was not connecting whatsoever. I tried to call her, I tried to WhatsApp her, text her, and my messages were not going through. So I went down to the hotel lobby to see that if the Wi-Fi worked down there. And of course it didn't. And hours had gone by, and the Americans and myself, we were all talking and we're like, we think the Wi-Fi is no longer working. And so hours of not being able to contact my mom, I had gone to the other American's room who was with me at the time, and her room was on the opposite side of the hotel. And she's like, I've been trying to get in contact with you, but I didn't know your room number. And she's like, I have a bar on my phone, and I think it's because of how close Iraq is. So I was like, okay, well, let me see if I try to turn my phone on and sit in this corner if it'll work. And by the grace of God, it was able to pick up on one bar, and I was able to contact my mom and kind of like let her know what happened and what I witnessed. And she said that she read that it was like a blackout across Iran, and they had cut the Wi-Fi off everywhere, and they also began to cut the phone lines as well.
Have you been able to get in touch with any of your teammates since you returned home?
No, I have not, and I didn't get the opportunity to say goodbye as well.
And we know that the internet also has not come back on in Iran. We're having to rely on stories about what has taken place. What did you see for yourself? What were people that you were talking about in Iran, what were they saying?
To them, this is normal. They were saying that basically in the next 2 weeks that all of this would just die down, and they also wanted me to return. And I was trying to explain to them that although it may be normal for them, that it wasn't normal for us Americans. And they kept trying to reassure me that everything would be okay and that I wouldn't get injured by any means because I was an American. But I had a very uneasy feeling about it.
You're no stranger to sudden evacuations. As I understand, you were also playing in Ukraine back in 2022 ahead of that war breaking out. Talk to us about the lengths that you're willing to go to play the sports that you love.
Oh, absolutely. I feel that I have a calling in life, and basketball is my calling, and it's also my ministry. And I this is something that I've worked hard for forever. And so I feel like challenges and adversity will come, but it's up to me to overcome those challenges, essentially.
Would you go back to Iran?
At this moment, no, I would not.
Taylor Jones, we thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. We're so glad that you are safe and sound back at home.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.